Yeah, hi there. These comments are for T, and I am Michael, the founder owner and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. I just read your essays. Kind of interesting. I mean, you don't have like a bad essay, but it's just not organized around the question. You're having some trouble with your tone, and particularly creating an argumentative tone. So I'm going to go ahead and look at the rubrics right now. I'm going to give you a score, and then I'll explain why. Okay, so when we look at the rubrics here, I'm going to have to put you in the 2 range here. Limited development of ideas as it relate to the topic and the task. The task is to argue. You're trying to explain why these athletes and entertainers deserve the millions of dollars that they get paid every day or every year. But when we look at your essay, you have to look at this question. It says, do you think people deserve such high salaries? So here, you say jobs and careers are the most important things in people's lives. Each of those careers has its own sacrifices. You can't say most hardest, you can just say hardest. The hardest careers in the world are athletes and entertainers, because these careers require big sacrifices, which are working hard, a lot of problems with grammar too, more exposure to danger and sacrifice. They're socialized in order to bring more joy. Here's the problem. So you're not saying it directly. So why? You need to say that they deserve to get paid the money they get because of these ideas. So you're just making statements here, more factual information. You're not really making an argument. Let's take a look at your topic sentences. You say, first, people usually entertain by watching a game or movie without knowing how much these efforts actors or players spent on. Again, a lot of grammar issues. But here, how does this relate back to earn millions of dollars? Well, if you said this. Well, if you said athletes and entertainers earn the money they get because people are usually entertained by watching games or movies. Or you get to the next paragraph, you say players and actors mostly, you want to say here, are involved in some accidents while they're working. You might want to say another reason why these athletes and entertainers deserve the money they get is because they could get involved in an accident while they're at work. You see what I'm saying? So these topic sentences here, they need to be connected back to this idea of why they deserve high salaries. In fact, the only time you connected your essay back to the purpose of the writing was at the very end, where you said actors and athletes deserve the millions that they earn here, not earns, because of the hard work as well as exposing more to risk. You want to say as well as being exposed more to risk and sacrifices in their social time. So really, you just haven't organized your essay very well, in the sense that you're not really making an effective argument that relates back to the task. That's one of your biggest issues. Now also, quite frankly, you have a lot of problems with your language use, a lot of grammar issues that you need to solve before you get into your graduate program. So your score here, really, I'm going to give you 2.0 out of 4, out of 5 actually, or 14 points out of 30. You're less than 50% on this particular essay. Now, for the purposes of our class, I'll give you more than 50%. You got 2.0, so I'm going to put you at 64% on this assignment based on your score. So what do? You got to get more organized. You have to make sure that you follow the task, the writing prompt. So I'd like to have you take a look at it's speaking lesson number 7. It will give you some very good tips on how to organize your writing, but that's not really another issue you have to deal with. It's your grammar areas, and I don't even know where to start. You want to really start going through all of my grammar lessons, even the one on parallel structure. I noticed that you had a lot of problems with parallel structure. in your writing. So I'd like to have you take a look at those lessons too. Alrighty? Anyway, so your score here again is 2.0 out of 5, 14 points out of 30, or 64% on this assignment.